Peter and Sandy left Eugene, headed back in time through the portal that arches over Old Town Bandon. Peter made a new friend at the cafe in Drain. She must be worth a fortune now. In Winchester Bay, the shark ate time. Peter continues to make friends wherever he goes, whoever he meets. As we got to Bandon, this was our first glimpse of the rocky shore. The light was fantastic, light giving everything a magical glow. Here I am, tuned out with my new agate picker that Tom made me, but of course it was all sand and no agates. But I had my picker. The sun behind the standing stone. The light was mysterious. There was supposed to be a storm, but the light was just glorious. There were intriguing caves to explore. This one is a dreamstone. I loved the way the light made the rock and the foam reflect off of each other, one hard and one soft. It seems to me that there's a language, a message being written in the sand by the sea that I can't read but only photograph. This is the protected wildlife refuge that stands offshore that Peter used to be able to go out to when he was younger, but is now off limits to the public, rightly so. This is a jewel briefly held in the setting of the sand in the hand of the sea. These wonderful dark bulky shapes and the reflective panes of shining sand. A woman, a dog, the late light and the standing stones. What could be better? Angles of rock and shore and sky and light. And the light became stranger and stranger, reflecting off the foam which gathered the light and cast it back at me. Sneaker wave came in and left an S for its name in the sand. It seems like whole worlds emerged under my feet, lived, died, and are swept away by the next wave. I love the surfaces, the contrasting textures, the way the light is absorbed and cast back. At the end of that first day, this crazy sunset light as we left the beach for the day. That evening, from our restaurant window, we could see the Bandon lighthouse in the twilight, but it has no light anymore. Fine dining at Edgewater's, an excellent meal and excellent wine. The next morning, we went to the Minute Cafe, and here's Peter enjoying the morning sunlight. The storm is still standing offshore. At the Minute Cafe, they had this fabulous collection of coffee cups. And you can see here that Peter just keeps on collecting new friends. This one looks a little dangerous. This is the nautilus shape set into the underfoot surface. Public art, seldom seen, unappreciated. We went down to the beach that morning. This is proof of high storm surges last night. Huge amounts of driftwood cast up on the beach. I saw an injured grebe and I took some video of it. It's shouting here at me. We went to the lighthouse the second day. It's a museum piece now, but it's kept painted these really bright colors, and I do mean really bright. This is Peter against the lighthouse wall. I took a walk out on the jetty. That's the bar. Nobody was crossing the bar today because the storm surges were too high. I found a friend warning me the jetty can be dangerous, so I was careful. As you can see, the jetty took a beating last night, and the waves are still coming in. Bang! Some wonderful red cedar driftwood. What a color, unretouched. I re-encountered the injured grebe on a different curve of beach. A wonderful red eye. Finally, the tide retreated, leaving that big driftwood still shivering and quivering and covered with foam. This is the path up the dunes and under the trees and down onto the beach. Peter's been drawing the lighthouse. Big smile. He says he's just about done, but still a few touches to add. This is the hidden quicksand where I got sucked down. I stepped right there in the ecotone between the water and the sand, and that is quicksand. So one leg got sucked down and one leg stayed high, and I really hurt myself, and now 3 weeks later I'm starting to get a little bit better. This is a big chunk of greenstone written on by quartz veins and seaweed. Hidden homes in the stone. And there's Peter waiting for me in downtown Bandon when we took a little noon break. We found a picnic place where the cliff was exposed, and you could see layers of ancient beaches in the cliff. That February sun was warm for about 20 glorious minutes. Here's Peter going old school, preparing to defend his tribe. Wonderful bright starfish, green anemones get some sun too. This is my rock and shell collection for the day. I think this is my favorite shot. Mysterious green passage. Wonderful deep green color between those two rocks, which are covered with mussels and barnacles. Oh, there's Peter toasting our blue eyes. And here I think we're at the loft having a wonderful dinner. And they had a bar mirror with terrific reflections. Well, we gotta go home. It started to rain. One more stop at the Winchester Bay dock for a shot of the Krabby Cafe. No puffin'. Enough said. Safe harbor for the ships when a storm is blowing in. Haha, don't ask, don't tell. Rain on the windshield, headed north over the bridge. Vacation is over.